Yeah, take over. The break's over. Yo, the takeover. The break's over.
All right, and 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, we are back with the next episode, and yes, Suave and Guapo tried to fuck up my entrance again, but I am not letting them.
You didn't make an
Yes,
entrance.
that's my entrance.
Intro.
I'm going with entrance. Fuck off.
Hola, mis amigos. El señor Guapo.
You guys were the ones that are like, we
Suave
want to
is
do
back.
this quickly, and you guys are fucking it up.
Eh. Oh well.
All right, so this is our review for SummerSlam and for Raw. We're going to try and trim down what we normally do because we are tired, and I am cold. I'm still cold.
How are you still cold?
I'm still cold.
Your house is freezing.
Your house is freezing.
We keep
Also,
it cold.
Also, you guys probably saw I did the ALS challenge, but ice bucket challenge,
Yes, you did.
and it
It
was
was fun.
cold. And I'm still cold. Anyways, first match of SummerSlam. Miz versus Dolph Ziggler for the IC title. Miz totally no-sells Dolph Ziggler's finishers until the last one.
All I know is WWE finally got it right and heard our calls of pushing Ziggler.
About damn time.
Whatever. We argued this earlier because they had a rematch on Raw, and everybody's like, and even Dolph Ziggler's like, you did this, pointing to the fans. I'm like, did what? You haven't moved up. You're still a mid-carder. You've been IC champion before. It's not like you've never held the title before. You haven't moved.
No, but now there's only one major title, which makes the IC title the next big thing, which is...
I disagree. He hasn't moved up at all. It's an illusion that WWE is casting on us to make us feel like they're pushing him.
It just means he's not going to be jobbing to
That doesn't mean
Rob Van
anything.
Dam or
You could be champion
Heath
and still
Slater
job.
or get thrown over the top
Ask
rope.
Miz. You could still be champion and job, especially in the mid card.
Yeah.
But it is good. I mean, it's good for Dolph in one way because he will probably be on TV more.
Yes.
It also makes for a better match if they decide to unify the two titles, the United States
I will
title
give
and
you
the
that.
IC title.
I will say that if Dolph unifies the title, hypothetically, if he unifies the titles, then yes, it's going to. Then this definitely
It'll be an
will
actual
be a
match
push up.
between Ziggler and Sheamus.
Yes, it will actually be a real push. But right now, I'm in the camp of this push is an illusion.
Well, Triple H likes Sheamus, so I still see Sheamus going over.
I don't know. He's too busy being Darth Vader sometimes. So
So like I said, they
The
had
match
a
was good. It was very athletic. A lot of good parts, except for the no-sell of
no
Miz.
sell Miz.
And
I don't even remember the match that
I
they
really
had
thought
on
that
Raw.
Miz was going to win this match to keep this rivalry
the
going a
title.
little bit longer.
No, I think they're.
And maybe have a stipulation going into Night of Champions, but obviously WWE decided to go against that and just give Ziggler the title and move on from it.
Yeah, and they on their rematch on Raw, Dolph Ziggler ends up losing via countout because of he's selling the knee injury from SummerSlam. Dolph Ziggler, the only man who remembers to sell his injuries from the pay-per-view before.
But one of the best sellers in the business.
So we had that. Next match on SummerSlam, we had the continuation into Raw afterwards of AJ Lee versus Paige. Paige ended up winning the Divas title last night.
DDT.
Oh yeah, that's the first time in a very long time that our group of smart marks watching the pay-per-view went, oh god, during like a women's match.
That was a real bump.
Yeah. That was I'm sorry, I'm just noticing Guapo's shirts. I love your shirt.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's a Dragon Ball. It's a cutesy Dragon Ball Z shirt. Anyways, but I'm really liking this feud they have going on with Paige and AJ Lee. This frenemies thing. It's kind of like a better version of the Beautiful People thing.
Kind of got this Mickey
and
James
you
stalker.
mentioned
Yes,
earlier
with
with
the
the
Mickey
James
James
Trish
stalker.
Stratus thing.
Although neither are as crazy as Mickey James.
No, we just want them to kiss. That's all.
Yeah.
Mickey James invented crazy. Actually, Chris
Chris
Jericho
Jericho
invented
invented it.
crazy because Chris Jericho invented everything.
Hashtag Chris Jericho can do no wrong.
All right, so that's the good thing going on during the Divas division. At SummerSlam, we had a lot of network problems, especially during
God, it
this
was
match.
terrible.
Yeah, it was not good. I don't know if they've
It crashed
heard
a
back.
couple times.
Yeah, it crashed more than once. We've never had it crash before. We've had it do the little like I'm still loading thing. We've had it jump back,
jump forward.
but
Never
we've
crashed.
never
This is the
had it
first time.
crash.
And it crashed about 3 or 4 times.
And that is not good, especially if you're trying to get people to buy back in to the WWE
It's the
network,
worst thing
which
possible.
is how much is it, guys?
I forgot.
I totally forgot how much it was. I mean, it's
I
not like they
believe it
said it
was
1,000 times.
$9.99.
I think that's right. That sounds really familiar.
But I only had $9.98.
Then you can't buy
nope,
the
you
WWE
can't buy
network.
it. Sorry. $9.98. Let's see. So yeah, that continued on to Raw. Paige had a match with Natalya, and AJ came in for the distraction. That's where they
Did
started
the schoolboy and
and
Got the
won.
win.
got the win, and Paige went nutso.
Exactly. Moving on. Rusev versus Swagger in a flag match that I'm like, what the hell is a flag match? Like, I didn't understand the rules of a flag match until they started. I'm like, oh, it's a regular match.
It was
No regular-
Yeah,
no,
it was not regular match. There was no stipulation other than whoever wins gets to have their flag dropped, basically.
And their national anthem played.
Yeah.
Which
So-
was retarded.
They gave Swagger a little bit of a I don't know what to call it, but they didn't have him tap out. They had him pass out, which I guess tried to make him look strong and everything. But
Still looks like a bitch.
yeah,
But he had a strong promo tonight.
he had a good promo tonight. I think they're going with the everyone is disappointed in you angle still. So
All I know is Rusev is now going to be inducted into the Hall of Pain.
yes, so apparently his feud with Swagger is over, and they are going to have him Rusev feud with Mark Henry, which I don't.
That's what he does.
I liked tonight. I don't know how I'm going to feel about the rest of it.
We'll see. We'll see how far they take it.
Yeah.
Because if they have Rusev beat Mark Henry, I just don't see. I don't see who else they have to basically fight Rusev. Because after Mark Henry, it's just like, who do we let Rusev beat now? Basically,
I'm
unless
all
they bring Kurt Angle into WWE
Yeah.
again and have him go after.
I'm
Vince
over.
isn't going to let that happen.
No,
I doubt it.
I'm
I
over-
doubt that too.
I'm over Rusev because I don't feel like with this gimmick he'll be WWE champion.
No.
I don't feel
He
like
he has to get repackaged into something completely different if he ever wants to have that championship around his waist.
he might be able to do it with
Yeah, it has
this,
to be
but
toned
I don't.
toned back way too much.
Yes, it would definitely be toned back.
Has to quit with the entire Vladimir Putin is the best person in the
Yeah,
world thing.
they would tone down all the Russia stuff. They'd probably keep the Rusev crush thing, but I'm over Rusev.
It's gotten stale.
He's Russian Umaga.
I'm not over Lana.
No one never is.
None of the guys are over Lana. In fact, I think
Then
they
you know,
wish
like-
that Paige and Lana would have a match in which Paige would climb on top of Lana.
I'm okay with that. I'm very okay with that.
She has to wrestle in the suit though, in the suit dress, the suit
As long as
skirt.
it comes off at some point.
Oh, we don't have those kinds of matches
We need a bra
anymore.
and panties match.
No,
Bring it back.
I'm going to be skipping that match. Thank you very much.
I will be recording that
Yeah,
match.
me too. It will be on YouTube very quickly.
Let's see. We had awesome matches with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, both on
Awesome is not
SummerSlam.
a word to describe
Exact.
that.
Both on SummerSlam and on Raw tonight.
Let's talk about the SummerSlam match.
Yes, let's go with SummerSlam because that one was completely nuts
when they
and chaotic.
announced it was going to be a lumberjack match, everybody was like, okay, this is going to just be shitty all the way around because, one, no one does lumberjack matches anymore. And then two, what's to say it's just not going to be a whole bunch of authority guys around the ring saying, okay, we're just going to beat up on Dean Ambrose and
I thought
get
that's
away
what
with
was
it.
going to happen. But no, it ended up being great, and the Lumberjacks had a hard time keeping these guys in the ring, which I loved.
Terrible job.
If you notice at first, whenever Rollins went out the ring first, they beat him up and then throw him back in. Ambrose goes out there and they were going to just like, hey, go back in the ring, not
And
touch
he
him.
he comes out
just starts
swinging.
out of nowhere.
Ambrose is like, get away from me! I don't need
Don't
any of you.
touch me.
I don't need any of you near me.
He's selling his gimmick.
It is. That match was phenomenal. That match was match of the night for SummerSlam.
Oh God, yes.
And then I would
By
say
far.
it was match of the night for Raw too.
For the Falls Count Anywhere, which they stayed in the ring for most of the time and was out the ring maybe 5 minutes.
Yeah, I did. They didn't take it full advantage of the Falls Count Anywhere, but at the same time,
they took advantage of the no disqualification
Yes.
for sure.
But see, when they have the WWE Universe vote on these things, I think it's hard to set up a match beforehand.
I think they give them a direction of no matter which one is picked, this is where it's going to go.
Well, that's why they're all so similar. All the choices are pretty similar.
Right.
But anyway, so Kane interferes in both matches for Dean Ambrose to lose. At SummerSlam, Seth hits Dean with the briefcase, and here,
Lame.
yeah, at Raw, Dean ended up looking like a badass because it took Seth and Kane to take him down, and then essentially Seth had to do a curb stomp on
cinder blocks.
on cinder blocks.
In quotations,
Yeah,
cinder blocks.
cinder blocks. But it was phenomenal.
It makes Dean Ambrose look more like a badass, even though he is a badass. But in my opinion, it makes Rollins looks kind of more and more weak every week, just because it takes Kane to be out there to help him win every single match. I don't see anything happening. What's going to happen if something happens to Kane and it's just Rollins? Is he going to step up to the plate, or he's just going to get his ass kicked every week?
Yeah, I agree with you. Seth does look weak.
What sucks is that he never really gets his ass kicked. Like he
puts up a good fight.
Puts up a good fight, but
he can't seal the deal.
Ambrose knows how to.
He's a solid B+ player.
Oh, he's a solid B+.
I give him an A-.
He's a solid B+. We forgot about the other great Ambrose moment of the night where Seth Rollins is doing the promo and Dean Ambrose dumps a bucket of ice water on him, kind of continuing the AOS ice bucket
It's for
challenge.
charity.
Just looks at him and goes,
and
"What?
fight."
It's for charity." Oh my God, that we were laughing so hard. That was a great moment.
It was a perfect moment.
It was a perfect moment. Dean Ambrose can do so much with one statement and a look.
His facial expressions. He doesn't even have to talk. He just
No.
has to make a face, and you already know what he's going to do.
I now take back my words because I thought once Seth kind of became the authorities guy, and obviously they were pushing Reigns to be the big guy, pushing more towards the main event. I was afraid that Dean Ambrose was going to fade away into the background, and he is not. He's not going to let them fade him out.
He's the one that's shining the most out of any of them.
If he does go out, he's going out kicking and screaming.
Oh, he looks great right now. That's the thing.
So
And it's the same thing he was doing from the beginning of the Shield to now. It's the same thing.
It's just, I think it's
But it
turned up a
works.
notch. I think it's turned up a notch
It's
now, these
the
singles.
Stone Cold.
Makes it Roddy Piper.
Yeah.
Then that's a good way to describe it. I think you would like that description,
It's
too.
the unstable Ambrose.
Yes, the lunatic Ambrose. Let's
Warning,
see.
exclusive violence.
Let's talk about
Excessive
the
violence, my bad. Excessive
violence. Yes. Let's talk about the Wyatt Jericho feud. That are they still going with this?
From tonight's Raw made it kind of fuzzy of
I think because
not seeing exactly where it's going.
Jericho
but
was nowhere to be found on Raw, so I believe that it may be over and that
he
he's
had
looking,
one promo.
He had a promo
He had a
tonight.
promo.
It was on my bathroom break.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think so.
probably.
He had a promo, And he talked about that the crab walk is the most demented or disturbing thing he's ever seen. And I'm like, really? In a company where Kane used to like attach jumper cables to people's balls? That's the most disturbing thing. I mean, I love you, Jericho, but no.
No, nowhere close.
But so he was trying to do it, and of course Wyatt had a great promo later on
As
about
usual.
being the savior. I'm just not sure where they're going with him, which is what I was afraid of when he debuted with this gimmick. Where is it going?
He writes his own future.
He does write his own future, but his character has nowhere to strive to because he doesn't really care about the titles. He doesn't care about being his character doesn't care about being champion. What is his main motivation?
People said the same thing when Undertaker
Collecting
started.
souls.
When Undertaker started, he didn't have an aspiration for a title.
That's true.
No one saw him going into the title hunt so quickly or anything.
Well, I'm still intrigued by it. I can't see what they're going to do with him.
I can see that.
It's just a
Maybe
bright future. Just
Not
put it
right
that
now
way.
because of Brock Lesnar. We're going to get to that, but maybe within a year or so, I could see Bray Wyatt having the championship around him. Maybe not for like a 4 or 5 month reign or year-long reign, but I could see him having the title or a title around his waist.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get through this Stephanie Brie Bella thing quickly. And of course, it ended how we all thought the SummerSlam match was going to end. Nikki turned heel. Some people did not think Nikki was going to turn heel. It was pretty much like,
Well, when you're dating
they might as well have had it in flashing lights
when
over
you're dating
the ring.
the baby face of all baby faces, you can't exactly picture it as well. But then again, you could picture it even easier.
And I enjoyed the promo tonight on Raw. Nikki showed that she is way better on the mic than Brie is, but she tends to throw a little more emphasis than needed.
A little overselling it.
Yeah, a little overselling it, but it wasn't bad.
Nikki was still way better than Brie.
On the SummerSlam
on
match,
everything.
on the SummerSlam match, I put Nikki turns heel. No shit. Because, I mean, it was fairly predictable. They might
I think it was at least 2 minutes before she hits Brie.
Yeah.
You can see her on the outside. She takes her hat off and throws it on the ground for just no reason. She's wearing a hat and just throws it on the ground. And I'm like, okay, I guess this is the heel turn coming up. Just kind of telegraphed it.
Yeah. Not much else to say there. Let's talk about this Randy Orton Roman Reigns feud that I'm
Smurfest.
I'm done with. I'm done with it.
His flying hug.
I don't know if I'm done. I am not done with Roman Reigns. I still have a little bit of faith in Roman Reigns. He still needs some work, obviously. Randy Orton's boring as hell, obviously. But oh look, my phone's going off! Yay! You mind grabbing my phone, Suave? It's my alarm to make sure I do my timesheet. Yay! Thank you, Suave. I'm a professional. But see, what's funny is that we could have let it keep going. They probably didn't hear it.
Yeah, we had to acknowledge it.
We had to, because now it's just a thing that happens. So
until Reigns can cut a promo by himself that's actually believable and I like to hear, I don't see it going really much out of anywhere.
I think he needs new ring gear. I'm tired.
Obviously.
Ring gear and music.
Yeah, he
needs to get away from the entire Shield persona.
Yes, I mean he's piggybacking off of the Shield persona. Seth Rollins also needs new ring attire and new.
We've discussed
new
music. This. It's not happening.
I don't care. I'm gonna mention it every time because his ring attire and his music
Triple
is
H will
awful.
not hear you.
It's awful. You'd be surprised how often they watch shows like this. Granted, this isn't a higher up kind of thing, but I used to have this joking thing for Justin Gabriel because he has the hot South African accent. And we met him at WrestleMania in Miami, and he actually knew who Dee and I were. Oh, you're those two girls that do that show. And I'm like, yeah, I feel kind of embarrassed now because I sit and talk about how hot he is all the time. So that happened. Kofi Kingston asked to take a picture with one of our friends who was the crazy Edge fanatic that hated CM Punk. He's notorious for doing the I hate CM Punk videos because he loves Edge so much. Just in love with Edge so much. And CM Punk like beat him for the title or something, like cashed in Money in the Bank on him or something.
Yeah,
I don't
that was it.
And made this video about fuck you, Phil Brooks, just screaming. And so a lot of the guys backstage know him from that video. I'm lit when
We need to make a video like this.
Kofi Kingston's like, oh, you're the Punk kid. And Kofi Kingston takes out his cell phone and takes a picture with his name was Master Boo Boo. That was his YouTube name. But yes,
Why
Kofi
can't I have
Kingston
awesome names like this?
Kofi Kingston takes his own cell phone out and takes a picture with Master Boo Boo. And that has happened twice with Kofi Kingston and another guy whose name I don't. Lucky Cannon. I mean, that one just old as shit. But anyways, back to...
I guess we got to call out some wrestlers so we can get them to go, oh, it's Suave.
Yeah, you got to do a crazy thing. You have to do a crazy thing. Because this guy ranted
Duly
about
noted.
CM Punk for 5 minutes screaming at the top of his lungs. We once asked him
I'm
if
pretty
Edge...
sure there's a few wrestlers we can scream at for about 5 minutes
Well, I'm
straight.
telling you, Master Boo Boo was...
So, Kristen, you're going to have to do Randy Orton because you always complain about Randy Orton.
I do. He's Blandy Borton. I'm sorry.
I'm going to find one to do, and I'm going to assign Guapo with one.
Guapo
Oh,
doesn't
just a
even get to
couple.
pick?
No, I'm going to assign him.
He's going to assign him
And
one?
Guapo's, and in turn, Guapo will assign me one.
Okay, that'll work. All right. Why do I have to get...
Because you bitch all the time
I
about
do.
Randy Orton.
I hate Randy.
No, take it back. You're assigned freaking Seth Rollins because you bitch about
I
his
do.
ring
I
attire
bitch
every
about...
every
I don't
single
bitch
week.
about Seth Rollins as a performer or as a promo guy. I bitch about his attire and his music. Everything else is fine. Randy Orton is awful. I'm sorry. I will say though...
Guapo, you are assigned Ryback.
Easy.
Awesome.
You're not fucking Goldberg. Deal with it.
And the one thing I will give Randy Orton is that he is still a good technical wrestler in some aspects. But, I mean, if there was a wrestling college, Randy Orton would be teaching Dropkicks 101.
Yep.
He would also be...
Suave, you have Lesnar. Have fun with that.
Suplex.
we need to bring
Suplex.
Alex in to complain
Suplex.
about Lesnar and about how he ruined his
I
childhood.
don't want to hear a man cry on a,
He
on
won't.
a mic.
He won't cry. He'll get mad.
I'll probably
Speaking-
bring him in for the video of the bitching and complaining because Lesnar did ruin both of our childhoods. I cried at Mania. Alex literally threw a hissy fit and left New Orleans.
Yeah, that happened.
Yeah, left out of freaking WrestleMania.
Speaking of both Alexes, our intro music is by TheAlexEnterprise. We'll leave a link in the description down below. Go check out all of his music.
Good shit.
And
I haven't listened to it.
Well, you need to, man. Go listen to it.
I'm too busy.
I'll listen
I
to
don't-
it all. Sounds great, Alex.
The second Alex we're going to talk to is he donated. He provided most, if not all of the sound equipment that we are using. So if you live in southern Louisiana and want a DJ /
Alex
karaoke
Lee
guy,
Karaoke.
let us know and
Find
we'll
him on
send you.
Facebook.
We'll send you the information, or you can find him on Facebook.
You can
Alex Lee.
link his Facebook.
Oh yeah, he'll love that. I'll send a bunch of trolls over to his Facebook. That'll
Do
be
it.
great.
Please
No,
do it.
no, no. If you really want to send trolls to somebody's Facebook, you guys remember Steve? He's Monoxide on YouTube. For when he was still doing videos all the time, people just he would plug somebody, and for whatever reason, all of the people that hated him would go to whatever the channel was. So Steve was notorious for accidentally sending trolls to people's channels,
Oh, that's great.
which we didn't understand. We're like, if you hate Monoxide so much, why are you going to the channels that he's plugging? I don't get it. So if Steve plugs you, you're just going to get like 1,000 trolls.
Okay. Before we move on to the next thing.
Last thing.
We forgot to talk about the RVD Cesaro.
Really? We're going to talk about that?
Yes.
Fine. Go ahead and talk about it.
It was a match.
Yeah,
RVD
exactly.
won.
That was about.
It was a parting gift.
A parting gift, except that he was on this Raw and he's on SmackDown. So
one more match.
He's
turning into Christian.
He's going to be gone after this SmackDown. We're just going to keep saying that.
We're going to go off. We're going to go off that. If not, she's going to edit this video and you'll never hear this.
Nope, it's staying in. I don't edit that shit.
Damn it.
Last match of the night. Well, for SummerSlam, Lesnar versus Cena. They pimped this out to be like, oh, Brock Lesnar destroyed John Cena. I don't think he took as bad of a beating as they hyped up.
No.
You know
I said, like, with the Smart Marks group, if Cena's not bleeding, the max I'm giving this a rating of this match is a 5 out of 10.
Exactly. I mean,
and
his last match with Brock Lesnar was way more brutal than this one. Cena was like coughing up blood.
And Cena ended up walking away with a win on that match.
Barely. But the match with Brock Lesnar last time was way more of a brutal beatdown than this one was.
I think it was just the fact that Cena only had one part of the match that he was somewhat more on offense. Mm-hmm. But this entire pay-per-view,
I'll sum it up for you. Suplex.
I don't feel like hearing suplex 16 times.
Suplex.
Yeah, suplex.
We kept joking that if he did 21 suplexes, the Undertaker would rise from the ring. Like he's Beetlejuice.
And it didn't happen.
Oh,
but he gained the Undertaker's powers by sitting up.
He didn't get to 21. He only got to 17. If you
16.
All right, so 16? He beat the Undertaker.
16.
He absorbed his powers to do the sit-up. Was he going to do the five-knuckle shuffle?
Yes, he's able to do the you can't see me now and become...
No, he's going to start using little towels.
Oh.
A little eat, sleep, conquer, beat John Cena?
He gains the ability to kick out at 2. It's got to be an ability. He gained the sit-up from the Undertaker. Now he has the ability to automatically kick out at 2 no matter what finisher you do on him. What's next? What powers will Brock Lesnar absorb next? And then if somebody beats Brock Lesnar, they gain the ability to do really, really shitty promos.
They gain the ability of needing a mouthpiece to do anything.
Exactly.
Oh, crap. Roman Reigns is going to beat him.
Oh, no. Roman Reigns is already bad at promos.
Exactly.
It means Paul Heyman.
Well, wait, so if Roman Reigns beats Brock Lesnar in this scenario, does he also gain the Undertaker-Cena powers?
No.
Do they pass on?
No, they just fizzle.
They just fizzle away.
They fizzle out.
You only gain the original powers. You only gain the original powers.
Suave saw what I did there.
So
all equipments go away.
I'm a Paul Heyman guy.
Go away.
So what do you guys think of SummerSlam overall?
It kept me entertained.
I liked it. I enjoyed it thoroughly. There was a couple parts of the special event. Can't say pay-per-view anymore. That I thought it was kind of just like, I really don't feel like watching this. Like, this part of the story is just like stupid.
I think all pay-per-views have those moments.
I don't think it topped last year's SummerSlam.
No, definitely not.
Not even a little bit. But obviously, the Seth Rollins Dean Ambrose matches were match of the night.
That made That made the entire pay-per-view
special
worthy
event
to watch.
Special events, not pay-per-view. Which you can watch that special event for only $9.99 on the WWE Network
with a 6-month commitment.
With a 6-month commitment.
Except for you, UK. You can't watch it till October.
One thing I want to talk about is they integrated the new logo tonight on Raw.
Yes, with the new
title.
title.
I want to hear everyone's opinion of what they think of the new titles, or the new title and the new plates on the other
I just
titles.
figured out why Ric Flair was there tonight. He had to go there to pick up his old title.
Sorry, that was a running thing too, because he was in 2 random promos that we were like, why is Ric Flair there?
They never gave
I
him
would
his
like to see
title
him
tonight.
be a manager for Ziggler. I think it would be a good spot for him.
I thought he was going to be Mrs. Manager
because
they had
of
that at one point.
Figure
But,
4 thing.
But he was out there.
and he made fun of Miz, so he's not.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's go back to Suave's.
So I like to see what everyone's opinion on the new title and the new plates on the old titles.
What are y'all's
And
opinions on
and
them?
what's your opinion on the new logo in general? I generally like it. It looks good on everything else. The title, I'm not sold on yet. Maybe that's just now, and it'll just grow on me later. But that's just my opinion.
I think it needs more gold on it. Get rid of the black. Keep part of the black background on it. It's just, it needs more gold.
It still looks like a toy.
It's too dull.
I agree. I think instead of the black background, the background should be gold, like that whole completely gold
with black like border or black like lining. To make the insignia pop.
Exactly, but I'm okay with this title right now. I like it. The only thing I don't like is how small the World Heavyweight Champion font is on the title, because you can't even see it on TV. The only Suave had to be like, yeah, it's on there, and then later somebody posted a picture of it, and you could see it better close up. But I think the font, I think it needs to say champion on it. But I agree with Guapo. It needs to be gold.
It does need to be gold.
There's too much black on it, but I don't hate it as much as the spinner belt. Let's just leave it at that.
It's an upgrade over that.
It is an upgrade.
Everything's an upgrade over the crappy
The Cena
spinner
era
belt
titles.
Yes. And the tag titles are awful. The Divas title is awful.
Those two need to go ASAP.
The only title that I think
Leave in the
everybody
comments
agrees
below
on.
which spinner belt was shittiest: the WWE Championship spinner belt or the United States Championship spinner belt.
Or the Edge
We're giving
spinner
a lot
belt.
of opinions for these people. They haven't even commented on our last videos. They were giving too much already.
It'll come.
They
It'll
need to
come.
do something.
It'll come. It'll come. We got to build up.
Guapo
Gotta
is
build
calling
up
you
and
guys out. So.
Come on, I need feedback.
I'm sorry. They're still learning to trust me again. I've tried to return one other time and it didn't really work out. So they're trying. They're.
Is this the third coming?
This is the third coming. That sounded really dirty after I saw the look on Suave's face.
I'm keeping this classy.
Hey, we're not talking about China in this one.
Oh, why'd we go there? All right, everybody. That was SummerSlam and the Raw for tonight. We tried to wrap this up quickly, but still 32 minutes.
About the same time as we normally do.
Yeah.
And
Which is actually pretty good
We
considering
got 2 shows in it.
Yeah, we got 6 hours
We
worth of
we
wrestling.
kind of skipped over a few things, but
Well, they were things that could be skipped over. Go ahead.
Ryback.
Yes. On it,
Apparently Ryback rules in Vegas.
I was about to say, before we leave, how crazy was it that Ryback was being chanted? Like, Randy Orton looked confused as shit.
I'm pretty sure he thought, wow, they're cheering for me? Maybe I should go back into singles. No.
Nope,
Just
that's only in Vegas, Ryback. Sorry. All right, everybody, this is it. We're leaving. I'm tired. I'm going home.
Okay.
That's how this is going down. Say goodnight, everyone.
Buenas noches.
Stay classy.